Hey everyone, welcome to Dear Ree Talk. This is Ree. If you could press that button and like this video, subscribe, and also notifications and share. I wanted to just touch base about Martell before the second part of the reunion starts tonight, which I will be reviewing. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do a live, but I think I want to, but I haven't done a live before, so we'll see. My thing with Martell, and this is my opinion allegedly. I was on on a panel about a few days ago, and I really didn't say anything because I like to get my thoughts together. But what really stood out to me is, okay, we're all saying he has narcissistic tendencies or he's possibly allegedly a narcissist. That's all well and dandy. But when you start wanting to label someone and say that you feel that they were possibly the R word, you really want to tread lightly. I don't care if you're a doctor. I don't care if what you are, what title you hold. If that person, you haven't seen that person, you can't give a medical opinion because you've seen them on the television. Most doctors, therapists, or whoever will say, hey, I don't know. I can't give a medical opinion because I haven't treated them. But my personal opinion is this, but I digress. I'll do a different video on that. But I love the channel I was on. I think they're awesome. But I had a problem with that particular person. Also, I am a parent of a special needs child. And it was just a lot of things that this particular person said that regardless of what, I think sometimes when people have these license or credentials, they forget that you got to step out of that position and be a human being and be a normal person. But anyway, back to what I was saying about Martell. Martell is, for me, regardless of how the things go, he may or may not, but he has to get it together because he's the father of two boys. Two boys. And you have girls. So what are you showing girls that they should look for when they're looking for a boyfriend or a husband or whatever they're doing? And the good thing is, I'm not too worried because they have their Uncle Marcus. They have, male role figures in their life. But he does not understand that this is not about him anymore. When you become a parent, there is no more what about me? Oh, woe is me. It's about those children. You have to put your feelings and your wants to the side. I've had to do it. Many of us have had to do it. So for me, Martell will never get any form of grace from me. I am always going to pray that he gets his mind, his act together, and all the above for those children and know how to deal and talk to Mel. If he does not figure out how to get himself together, those children those M&M kids will not be small forever. So basically, so we don't have to be too much worried about them on that end. But at the same point, I meant to say, Martell, we can talk about Martell till we're blue in the face. But if Martell does not understand that before he gets into a relationship, he don't even have his life together when it comes to his children. And before some of these, as Caramel Rail say, pick-me's, or before some of you come on, saying Martell is a good dad. I never said that Martell was allegedly a good dad. I'm going to give him that when he was with Mel, but Mel made it easy for him. So at this point in time, I am not going to say he's a good dad because he's not. He's making bad decisions. He does not understand that he should spend his time with his children, the M&M kids, separate from Knox because those kids need to understand and know that nothing's changed for them when it comes to him. But he's throwing all these new things on. And, I have nothing to say about Knox. He's a kid, but unfortunately, Martell is going to have to get to a point and realize that once the Eminem kids are grown, yeah, Sugar Mama is, the same age, but at the end of the day, there's a vast difference. So when the other three are grown, yes, Sugar Mama is going to be small, but I don't really see Sugar Mama really trying to hang with, Knox and him. So he needs to wrap his head around, okay, you need to spend time with Knox and you need to be an avid father. And my other thing is, I don't really care about AC, but you and her did all of this. You tore up your marriage. You did all of this, and you still haven't had an actual relationship with her. Why? Why not? What, you holding up hope that Melody is coming? No, player. It's not going down. It is not going down. I always normally say never, but you know what? No. No, swole up. No. But at the end of the day, for me, I was looking at the picture, and I'm going to add it on this video with him, his mom, and the kids. I can't even, and then also when him and his mom and the kids plus Knox was out eating, I can't understand for the life of me why Marlene is not opening. Well, I know why she's not opening her mouth, but it's just like, your son is drowning. He is drowning. If anybody hears this video from his family, okay, Marlene's not stepping in. Maybe his uncle, which we know he may listen to his uncle, because he acted crazy that night at at that house in Atlanta, and the uncle got upset. But I don't know. Somebody need to pull him to the side, and not these men that he spoke with, talking about you need to have them to sign a paper. Those were men. Those were them old, allegedly, those were those old farts that past a certain age think they still got it, walking around with the butterfly collar open, their hair sticking out like they think they still got it going on. Like, hey, girl, what's up? Pull their wallet out and show their wallet fat. They only gonna lead with money. Martell led with money. AC wouldn't have never been interested in him if he wouldn't have Mel wouldn't have had them at the status they had them. So now at this point, he needs to get it together. I enjoyed him in the first reunion. I mean, because at this point he understood the assignment to come in and just play and pick. But at the end of the day, past that, I can't. I don't dislike him, because I don't dislike anyone. I don't give anyone that much of my time. But what I can say is Martell will never, ever get grace from me, because I have walked in Mel's shoes, literally, just not on that platform. But I've had similar and same things happen to me on the internet, social media. And people do not understand. When a person go after your children, when a person go and post pictures or defame your children or defame you online, and you have grown people who are not saying, hey, you're wrong. I think it's a lot of women out there understand what I'm saying. You never get rid of those scars. Those scars never go anywhere. You even blame yourself, and you feel like, I should have left. I should have walked away when I seen the first signs. You go through a lot of different emotions. I've been in the closet and cried. I've not wanted my children to see that pain. And you come out stronger. And you come out wanting to be the best you can be. So when I tell you that I know Mel won't go back, she won't go back, because going back is not an option. Martell needs to suck it up. He needs to understand that nobody has to give him a crutch. If you do not understand that, Mel has tried to go to counseling with you. She tried to go to counseling. I forgot what the counseling was called when they were getting a divorce to help the process. You didn't want to do counseling. Do it on your own. Pray. Do something. But when you pray, you can't just pray and ask for, oh, God, please give me my children. You don't need those children. You do not need those children. They are not a piggy bank. They are not your mortgage. They are not. They are your children. They are your children. So you need to stop it, Martell. You need to understand no one is going to give you grace except the women, and I'm saying allegedly, except the women that are on there. Oh, he's a great father. Oh, you guys need to give him grace. Mel this, Mel that. First of all, I'm going to let you know, you can, baby, you can get on down the street and leap if you want to, because you're not coming over here saying nothing to Mel. So anybody got something to say on this video about Mel, I'm going to delete it. I'm going to delete it. So you wasting your time, because when I go and I see it, I'm going to delete it. I'm going to delete it. At first I was letting people, well, I've never let nobody put something about Mel. But, so another video with Martell, these people was like, oh, he's a good father. You know what? I'll leave those up, because if you want to be, a little lackadaisy in the brain, that's fine. And yeah, I said it, lackadaisy. Hooked on phonics. It don't take you to be a rocket scientist or a mathematician to put 2 + 2 together to realize that Martell does not think, just like the other ones. They don't think with their head. They think with something else. But Martell has taken it too far. He has lost his damn mind to think that we are going to support him when you have dogged out this woman. I am pissed. You have dogged this girl out. Dogged her out. She has grabbed her boots by the straps with the grace of God and with God blessing her. And then, you know what else I got to tell you, Martell? You had the chutzpah to say something to Mama Van on the first reunion. Who cares how many miles she drove? She could have drove from Timbuktu to Alaska. Was it any of your business? Was it any of your business? You need to stay off Mama Van too. That's what you need to do. You need to talk about your own mama. Why are you talking about Mama Van? You talk about your own mama. Tell your mama to put her glasses down. Put them glasses down. Stop drinking. That's why you always want to have your mama on scene with you, because your mama is going to be your puppet and agree with you. Oh, mama, yeah, did I? Yeah, Martell, you sure did. You sure did. Drink. You sure did. And I don't like to talk about people mamas. You know why? Because I have a mama. And I had a grandma that I love dearly. But guess what? If you put her on that show, she's fair game. And you talked about Mama Van. So guess what? And I don't like the way you acted with Mama Van when you came to Mel house that day. And Mama Van opened the door and boy, I'm telling you, boy, I'm telling you. Man, I'm telling you, Martell, you better be, and I know Mel can get with you because I done seen her. But baby, you better be glad that you got Mel, because baby, Grace, what? What? Baby, I'm doing them huns because them huns are stopping me from saying what I want to say. Every time I think of how you did these children, the M&M kids, and how you've done Mel and Miss Van, Mama Van. Martell, let me tell you something. Until you do right by the people in your life, that's including your own mother, you should be a man and stand up and hold your own pants with your hands or a belt and tell your mama, I don't like you drinking like that. But from what I seen New Year's, you can't really say nothing because yeah, you didn't drink like that. But guess what? That probably because you was with Mel. But you sure turned it on, baby. You sure turned it on. You turned it on with them Frosted Snowman lips that you had. But I'm gonna save a little bit for tonight. But I'm gonna tell you one thing, Martell. Dear Ree is really, really the type of person she'll sit back, and when I sit back, if you look at my channel, I really haven't said too much or nothing through the season. Nothing. Because for me, I wanted to see. What you need to understand. No, but okay, you love Mel. You love her. Okay, but guess what? You need to love her enough to pour that love into your kids and stop being so controlling, allegedly. And stop being so, we know you're an alpha male. We know you're alpha. Well, no, let me change that. We know you want to be an alpha male because I done dealt with alpha males, a few of them, and no, you want to be an alpha male. Because there are two types of alpha male. It's the alpha male that barks all the time because he wants you to know, woo, woo, I'm a man, woo, woo. And then it's the other alpha male that's got his ish together, got his own place, own car, handling his business. His mama can pick up the phone if he needs something. And he could bring it to her and help her out. She ain't got to go back to her job working allegedly at the hospital. But you are the opposite polar end of an alpha male. You're not the traditional alpha male. I'm an alpha female. So I know you could never, ever, ever hang with me. And Mel has some alpha in her, but Mel is a lot more compassionate than myself. Because, oh Lord, I'm trying to keep my channel graceful. But Martell, you just do stuff to people sometime. And your charisma that you think you have, and your smile and your looks, and honestly, after AC allegedly put what she put on her page, boy, you didn't really have too many more points to go down, and you went real down. Like, I'm not understanding why you're not checking this young girl. And I'm not going to call her a young woman because she acts like a little girl. Why are you not checking her? You don't check her when she come. And even if you do behind the scenes, she don't give 2 cents about what you say. Allegedly. Because if she did, she wouldn't be putting. And then you're dumb enough to keep sending stuff to her for she can put it on the page and put it out there for us to see. Both of y'all do deserve to be with each other. I don't understand. Try it out. Try it out. Tell her to go get a job. You go get a job. And maybe y'all could take care of Knox. Neither one of y'all, what are y'all doing? Martell, what are you honestly going to do when the season is over? When the checks stop? And you were worried this last season because Mel wasn't filming with you. So if you're not filming and you're not coming on, you're not getting paid. So you still don't find it to say, and Mel, at this point, if Mel don't really care if you got grace for her or if you trying to treat her right, Mel just wants you to leave her the muck alone. Go on about your business. Pick up your kids. Don't put your hands on them dang kids. And don't be taking them all out at cold when it's cold. Just do what you're supposed to do. And if you don't, take them back over to your mama's house like you used to do. Remember when you used to go over there and drop them off, or you go over there and stay at your mama's house with them? Do that. If you can't handle them all by yourself. And the sad part is, the M&M kids, you don't have to do nothing. Those kids are more responsible than you are, allegedly. They are. But dear Ree is going to get off of here because I can keep going. And I'm over here shaking in his head. I'm shaking my head like a bobble. You know, one of them bobble heads. That's how my head is shaking. Yes. With my dookie plaits on my head. You know, everybody old school know them dookie plaits you used to have back in the days because your hair's natural. But I digress. I feel my heart pump. Okay, well, Ree has said what she had to say, but in closing, this is where I feel I want to say my opinion at this point. Martell, you are at a point where, in a crossroad, where life is where it's at. You have to pick up the pieces. You have to make the best of what you have and build from there. No one, everybody, how can I say this? God has given all of us chance after chance and grace after grace. You have to understand that because Mel doesn't want to be with you, does not mean that she does not want the best for you, because what's best for you and you being a functioning parent is best for her children. So that's the extent of that. Mel does not want a relationship with you. She wants you to be a functioning parent for those children. And whatever you do with Knox, that is none of her business. That is between you and AC. You have to start moving and operating like, well, you have been like a single man, but you have to understand that at the end of the day, it's not about you. It's not about AC. Mel already know it's not about her. She's already moving in a way that she knows it's about the M&M kids. So I don't even have to say that, because she already knows. She understands her assignment as a parent. You have to move. Basically, everything is about those kids. I don't know what you're going to do when it comes to Knox, but when it comes to all the kids, I mean, including Knox at this point, because he's a kid. But I can't tell you what to do with him, because, his AC don't want us to say nothing. She said we talk about him. So I digress on that. But all I'm saying is that you have to realize that there is nothing in this world besides God, Jesus Christ, Lord Savior, that's more important than your children. You have to take yourself out of this situation and stop worrying about me, what I need. At the end of the day, Martell, for you want to put this facade out that everything is great, like you're dressing up and all of this stuff. All you're doing is masking and covering up your pain, allegedly. I'm not a doctor. I'm just telling you from somebody who has masked and covered up their own pain. And, and fortunately, when you have been a broken vessel in your life, you attract broken vessels, and I've done that a lot, but I'm no longer a broken vessel. So I'm attracting what I deserve and what I've asked God to please bring into my life. So you have to start praying and asking God to help you. You need his help. The word I should not be in your vocabulary. I can do this. That was one of my problems. I was an I woman. I. So what I'm saying, and this is my closing remark, Martell, the damage is done. Don't do any more further damage, because nobody can say, oh, it can't get worse. Oh, it could get worse. What I'm stating to you, you can't make this about Mel. You have to make this about pour all your energy in your kids. Love on them. And I promise you, when you look in those kids' eyes and when you feel the love from your children and you honestly just let that love touch your heart, you will realize that I did this, so I have to move on. And, that's all I can say at this point. So once you get that, Martell, once you really realize that it is no longer about what I want, what I need, what I see, it's about, you shouldn't even be talking about marriage. That should be the furthest thing from your mind. You cannot, and this is my own opinion, allegedly, for me, I had to take a year, almost 2 years off to myself. You may not need to. Well, yeah. Okay, anyway, you need to first love you. If you don't love you, how can you love anyone else? And all I'm saying is To all those females that want to probably come over, oh, Martell loves himself. He loves his children. I didn't say he didn't love his children. He's not acting in a fashion that he loves his children, allegedly. So I can only go by what I see and what he put on his post. Okay? So if you put any remarks on this page, I will leave them up for the other people can put their responses to you. And yeah. And once they give their response and everybody's seen their response to you or whoever you may be, then you will be deleted. Because we're not bashing Martell on this channel. This is the truth, allegedly. So this is Ree. If you can like, subscribe, share this video, and don't forget that notification bell to get any future notifications on recordings, posts, or anything that I will be doing. Until then, I just want to say love and peace. Mwah.